Okay. Roadways we did, and now railways. Railways are a quick means of transport over long distances at a comparatively low cost. Railways carry raw materials to industrial regions and distribute the finished goods inside the country or carry them to the ports, the ship ports for export. Shipping is much more cheaper than flying. The Grand Trunk Road, as we know, popularly known as GT Road, is one of the oldest roads in India. It was built by Sher Shah and later improved and named by the British. It runs between Peshawar in Pakistan to Sonargaon in Bangladesh. Within India, the stretch road is between Kolkata and Kanpur, known as NH2. Between Kanpur and Delhi is known as NH91, and that between Delhi and Wagah border is NH1. So it runs just over my house in Durgapur, the Grand Trunk Road. It's history. It's a huge road now. It has got 4 lanes. So two vehicles from that side travel together. Two vehicles from that side come on the opposite direction. So Grand Trunk Road is just above my house. There were sarais, when people, the Sher Shah Suri and all used to sit and rest. One old sarai is also there just in front of my house, which has become a graveyard and a den of thugs and all that. So that's what all about. Of railways are the relief features of the region, the density of population, the availability of the natural resources and level of economic development. Some features of the railway are as under. It is easier and cheaper to construct railways in the plains than in the mountains. The speed and capacity of the railways has been increased by constructing multiple tracks and the use of diesel and electric locomotives or engines. The broader gauge, the greater is the capacity of the railways to carry load. A dense railway network is an indication of prosperity of the region. Super fast trains have been introduced in some advanced countries. With advanced technology, many inaccessible parts are now linked by railways. For example, the train between Lhasa and Xining runs at an altitude about 4,000 meters above sea level. The densest railway network is found in Western Europe and East Central North America. The Trans-Siberian Railway is the longest railway system. It connects St. Petersburg in Western Russia to Vladivostok on the Pacific coast. There are trans-mountain railway lines across the Pyrenees, the Alps and the Carpathians in Europe. The railway network in Africa, Asia, Australia and South America was developed by the Europeans to utilize the natural resources of the region. The railway network in India is the largest in Asia and the 4th largest in the world. Then we have the waterways. Waterways are the cheapest and the most widely used of transport to carry bulky goods over long distances. Waterways comprise inland waterways and sea routes. Navigable rivers, lakes and canals are used for inland waterways. Their development depends upon the depth and the width of the waterway and the continuity of the water flow. Okay. So then we have the sea routes. I'll just give you another brief explanation about it. As part by part if we go, that's how I explained it to you. So settlements are the places where people build their houses. For example, they can be huts. In early times it was caves. There are types of settlement. There are permanent settlement, temporary settlement. Permanent settlements which have occupied for a long period of time are called permanent settlement. For example, houses and buildings. Now temporary settlement which are occupied for a period of time called permanent settlement. For example, temporary settlement are occupied for a short period of time. Okay. Rural settlement, the village are rural settlement. People are engaged in activities like crafts, working, fishing, trading, farming. There are two types of compact, scattered. And scattered settlements, as I told you, compact settlements we have, urban settlements we have, then the transport I told you, railways, roadways and waterways and airways. Airways is the most expensive mean of transport as it needs a lot of fuel and fuel is expensive. It cannot carry heavy goods. It's the fastest mean of transport. Perishable goods will be better if we take them by airways, which will get spoiled very fast or might break. Those things can go. But aeroplanes also carry tankers, they carry a lot of people. We have huge aeroplanes. Who is useful aeroplane or helicopter while in disaster. Helicopters are extremely useful in most inaccessible areas and time of calamities for rescuing people and distributing food, water, clothes and medicines, and they can be in the air without moving for a long time. Railways carry heavy goods. They are not expensive. Many new trains are introduced. India has the second largest railway network. Most used means of transport, especially for short distances, there are two types of roads, metalled and unmetalled. Manali-Leh highway in the Himalayan mountains is one of the highest roadways in the world. I told you, waterways, transporting merchandise and goods to the country from one country to another is much more easier. Communications. Communication is the process of conveying messages to one another. Communication is the imparting or exchange of information by speaking, writing, or using some other medium. There are two types of communications. They are mass communication and personal communication. Mass media is newspaper, television, radio, etc. are mass media because through them we can communicate to a large number of people at the same time. Now we have WhatsApp, we have Tinder, we have, whatnot we have. So we can communicate only with one person at a time. In personal communication, we can do it by phone or by anything else. Okay, so that is all about communication, and also you read this chapter and get to know as much as you can and finish the homework. Okay, so we were on page 66. Okay, print books, magazines, that's what I told you. And you have to do it yourself and do the rest of your homework and complete this chapter. Okay, so till then, take care, bye bye, and be happy and enjoy life and keep rocking the way you used to do in class 6. God bless, bye bye.